Hello everyone, welcome back to a MysticZeenoz video. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded on this channel, but TSW4 is now out in early access, so I thought, you know what, why not? I think it'd be cool to upload another video on this channel. Last time I did something on this channel was a stream. I was streaming TSW3, but let's see how this goes. Let's see how TSW4 is. I've played a little bit of it, some of the East Coast mainline route, some of the Austrian route. I forgot the name of it. I think it's S-Bahn something. And the Antelope Valley Line. I've also played a little bit of the upgrade to Riesa to Dresden, but I'm still, learning everything about TSW4, still learning how all of the trains work. So I thought, why not record a video? We could hop into the Antelope Valley Line and do a little run. Why not? I would like to ask all of you who clicked on the video, if you do enjoy it, hit the like button, consider subscribing if you are new, and let's hop straight into it. We're gonna pick out the let's go for the cab car. I've been really enjoying some cab car services as of late, so let's go for a relatively short service. I think something like 20 minutes will do. 50, it's a little long. Yeah, 19 Ventura to LA Union Station. That doesn't sound like a bad run. Let's get some. I want some rain. Let's go with rain. Sounds great. And let's see how this goes. I've really been enjoying TSW4. It's a nice upgrade over what we had in TSW3. But there are a few things that are a little bit off-putting about the game, and we'll get into that in just a moment. Let's throw that into forward. Open up the doors. All right, let's bring this. Oh wait, forgot. Cut in, and then let's bring this down. Start releasing our brakes. Get the wipers on. Let's see. Actually, I think we're all set up. Get our gauge lights a little bit higher. Yeah. Let's put on our safety systems. Why not? Yeah, I've really been enjoying the cab car, to be honest. I know I'm not a big fan of like locomotives and diesels and stuff like that, but it's something about this train. It's just, kind of unique. I really like that about it. So let's close it down. Start releasing our brakes. Let's get into notch 4 and take off. Let's get our where's the bell at? There we go. Good old American trains, right? A nice railroad crossing up here. Let's take a look on the outside. Yeah, these trains are I'm gonna be completely honest with you, they are ugly, but they're fun to operate. I'll certainly say that. So how am I feeling about TSW4? I've been playing it for about 2-3 days now. Well, from the time this video was uploaded, it'd probably be like 4 to 5. But I've been playing it, learning the controls, learning the new HUD, and I'm very pleased with the additions to the game and the changes that were made. The HUD is a lot more simplified for expert drivers and veterans to the game. I feel like it's less cluttered. It allows you to just focus on what's in front of you, the tracks ahead of you, and it allows you to really get to enjoy the ride a little bit better instead of having to worry about here. I assume I've acknowledged it. Oh no, I haven't. was pressing the circle button. I don't know what's happening. But yeah, I really enjoy the fact that I'm not like always looking at the bottom right of the screen trying to figure out how fast I'm going. I get to just look in the cab, look at my speedometer gauge right here, and focus on, okay, is there a red signal ahead of me? Is there a yellow? Like, I know the next signal is a yellow. I'm looking down at my controller. The controller lights up now on the PS5 and tells you, you know, what your next signal aspect is. So if your next signal is yellow like that one, the controller will show yellow lights around the touchpad, which is a cool addition. It reminds me of GTA's feature when you have the cops on you, it'll flash red and blue. So you kind of don't really need to look for the stars. You just look down at your controller and you know exactly what's going to go on. So that's pretty cool. The only thing I'll say about this new HUD, I love how it's only on the top of the screen. I only know my speed limit, the grade, and upcoming obstructions like signals and whatnot. But I feel like they could have done a little bit better with integrating the objective marker onto the top left of the screen. I'm not really a fan of having the objectives placed directly in front of me. Like back in TSW 2, 3, and now 4, I was the first one to turn off the upcoming signal and speed displays that'll just display on the track ahead of you. I'm not really a fan of that because it feels like it obstructs my view of the track, and also it's not realistic. And I know having all of this information on the top left and right of the screen isn't realistic either, but it's nice to play with a minimal HUD to kind of test your abilities and test your skills at driving the train. You know, I'm not gonna say I'm the best operator, you know, when it comes down to American or British or German or any other type of content, but I do have years under my belt, you know, learning the safety systems, learning AWS, TPWS, learning PZB, LZB, CIFA, and now ATC and Access. So to be able to drive with a minimal HUD, just knowing, you know, what's your upcoming speed limits, what's your upcoming stations, like how far are you, that's a great addition. So I'm really enjoying that. We're applying a nice small bit of braking force because we're coming up to Glendale. Now these trains, you gotta remember, these are push-pull American heavy diesel big boy locomotives, right? Big boy trains. So it's going to take a while for them to get down to the speed that you want them to get down to. So if you pick up TSW4, if you already got it and you're having trouble with operating these trains, I would recommend coming with a early brake because you're definitely gonna need it. Like, I'm over here applying more brake because I feel like we're not going to hit that stop marker. I feel like we're gonna, you know, fly right past it. But you have to really get a feel for your brakes. So I'm looking for that sign right there, spot cab. That's what I'm aiming for with the stop. I want to have that on the middle window. All right, that's great. Nice stop, if I do say so myself. Good enough. You know, this is, I believe, is supposed to be an accessibility platform. They're good. They're good. But yeah, this route is pretty fun. I'll certainly say that it's a pretty fun route. It just takes a while for you to get used to how big these locomotives is, and you gotta also think about it like this: when you're in a cab car, you're basically just sending signals to the locomotive all the way in the back, telling it what to do. So it's not gonna respond all too quickly. Every car is applying brake pressure at a different time. You know, it's definitely a learning curve with operating these things, and they're ugly. I'm gonna keep, you know, mentioning that they are ugly trains. Then again, most American trains are ugly. I will definitely say that, and I'm an American myself. But yeah, so far what we have in TSW4, it's pretty cool. We have a photo mode too. Let me show you how that looks. So what I did to just activate the photo mode, I clicked L3, R3, the two thumbsticks at the same time, and now we get this photo mode setting or feature, right? We're able to control the FOV, depth of field, focal point. And if I go into this one, you're able to do some more editing, like controlling the exposure and the brightness, add a vignette to it. You're really able to get some cool looking photos in this game. Actually, the thumbnail of this video is probably a photo of the train taken with the photo mode feature. I'm really a fan of this new photo mode feature. I've been messing around with it a whole bunch, and it's just, look at that. It's so fun and cool to use, and I feel like it's better than us, you know, going into the 3 cam like this and trying to chase our train down the tracks, trying to get that cool little view of it, you know. So that's what's going on. Let's hit our attendant call and get them doors closed. All right, now we're off. I see a little collectible over there. I wish I got it. Probably a map. Talking about maps, they DTG did a really good job with the map on the it's that Austrian route, S-Bahn Munich. I know I probably butchered that pronunciation, but hey, I'm not good with other languages sometimes. But they did a good job with the maps on that route. I noticed that the map, it's not just the normal blue map that you would see depicting the route that's present in the game. It's actually like a cool, you know, it shows you all of the S-Bahn lines that runs on that section of track. And I think they did a good job with that. I'm not sure if that's accurate to real life, but it's better than just seeing the blue lines and the little white circles that DTG usually does with their maps. It reminds me a little bit of the Bakerloo line. Remember, on the Bakerloo line, it would show you the actual full route map of the Bakerloo line when you went to get one of those collectibles, which is a nice addition in that. And then it definitely adds to the immersion of the route because it makes you feel like you're actually there and not really playing like a recreation of it or a simulation of the route. It makes you feel like you're almost in the game operating these trains. So we got a green signal up here, and I'm using the dynamic brakes on the traction brake controller to the left. We're using it to hold our speed around 60-mile-an-hour range. Is one thing I learned with these trains, to really trust your dynamic brakes, you know, for getting you, you know, under the speed limit. They're not meant for you to stop the train with, but they're certainly there to help you if you are over speeding or if you're coming up to a slight speed reduction. Now, for a speed reduction like the one we're seeing up here on the top right, we got a 40 limit and a 50 limit right afterwards. I'm using the automatic brake to get our train to 40, and then I'm going to, as we like to say in New York, I'm going to wrap the controller up to notch 8. We're going to just fly right through and get us back up to 50. I've been late a few times on this route. I did a service one of these nights from, I think it was Burbank, or a little bit past Burbank, down to LA Union. It was a pretty nice service. It was raining for most of the time, and it was pretty fun. I just got to sit back, relax, grab a drink, grab some snacks, and ride the rails, you know. So I know what most of you are thinking. You know, I haven't uploaded a video on this channel in a while. Will I, you know, come back to the channel? Will I upload more videos? I've been talking with, you know, some of my friends about this channel, asking them, like, what do you think I should do with it? And even they say they would like to see me come back to the channel. So I'll consider it, you know, for the future, maybe upload some more TSW videos. But it's a little difficult to manage, you know, having a main channel with my Mystic Transit channel and still working on this channel, uploading videos of TSW and maybe other simulation games. It's a little bit difficult to manage. It's a lot of work. So I can't guarantee that I'll do this channel full time, but I'll certainly come back to it every once in a while, upload a video here and there, you know, see how, you know, this channel's fan base is doing. Because I know that a lot of you have been here, you know, from the start, you know, from before I even had the Mystic Transit channel. A lot of you have been watching my TSW videos when I did route guides and when I used to do in-depth analysis, suggestions, stuff like that. And that was a cool time for me to do videos. I really enjoyed doing those suggestion videos and stuff like that. But you know, molding into like my Mystic Transit channel and learning a little bit more about YouTube and how it works and stuff like that, I doubt I'd go back to making suggestion videos and in-depth analysis. More so, if I come back to the channel, it'll probably just be, you know, TSW playthroughs, maybe going through some of the routes, checking out some scenarios. I'm willing to check out like some of the custom scenarios people create in the scenario planner, and checking out some of the liveries people create. I don't mind, you know, showing them some love, giving them recognition, because we're all rail fans in this community. Let's be completely honest here. Some of us might not agree with each other about what should happen with TSW. I've seen a lot of nasty things on the forums that people have said, and on Reddit, and on different social platforms when it comes down to TSW, but that goes for all communities. I'm a part of the open DVE community for New York City, and I can tell you right now, that's so much worse than what people do in the TSW community. So I don't mind giving recognition in terms of making videos on the scenario planner, livery designer. Maybe we can get into videos like that, and possibly other simulation games. But that's something I'll have to think about. But definitely TSW4, I didn't think I would actually like the game so much. I'll say that. I thought it was just gonna be an incremental update, you know, like a nice little, all right, it's basically an update of TSW3, go along now. But no, it's actually, they've added a lot of new features that are either helpful, or it just makes you like the game a little bit more, makes you feel a little bit more immersed. And there's still more features that they're going to add in the future. Like, I remember they mentioned, I think Matt mentioned a new suspension features. We got new rain features and stuff like that now. So I'm really excited to see what ETG has in store for the future of TSW. And I'm willing to stick around and, you know, record videos on it and whatnot. Not sure if I'll still do reviews on the routes. Reviews usually take like a very long time because I have to play the route a bunch. That's number one. Because who's making a video, a review on a route that they don't even really know, that they don't even really play? So making a review, it takes a lot of time. You got to get a whole bunch of footage, record everything that you're doing on the trains. I wanted to do it for the Class 700 because I really did enjoy the 700 despite the bugs that I had. But I just never got around to it because I was too busy. So I doubt I'd do, you know, review videos in the future. But you could obviously, you know, get a hold of my thoughts and actually like understand what I'm thinking about the game just by watching the videos, or if I stream, you know, talking to me on stream, asking me questions. You also have the option of joining my Discord server. The link will be in the description below, and I'm in there every day talking to everybody. You know, I might not be in the voice channels or anything most of the time, but I'm willing. If you ping me, you want to ask me a question about TSW, I'm willing to answer, and a whole bunch of other people are willing to answer as well. So don't be afraid to check that out if you just want to have a chat. Besides that, we are coming into LA Union Station now, about 8/10 of a mile out. Excuse me. Again, this is a pretty nice route. Again, it's like so relaxing. It's calm to go through. I really wish that they was able to get the safety systems working. I remember Matt mentioning on one of the preview streams that they couldn't get the safety systems working because it was a little too complicated. Like this screen apparently shows an entire track diagram of the entire route or something like that. And I can understand where the difficulties of, you know, modeling that safety system come from. I really wish it was in the game though, because I love operating trains with safety systems. No matter how difficult the safety system is to learn, I really enjoy operating trains with safety systems because it's realistic. Let's be completely honest. In real life, you would be operating these trains with the safety systems. You wouldn't just be freeballing it down the line with no ATC, no access, or anything of the sort. You know, you'd have stuff that's managing your speed, that's watching over you. You know, Big Brother is always watching you on the tracks. What is that? That's a double red. Oh, that's a red over yellow. Okay, we're good. As you can see, I got the colors off for the what do you call it? For the signals. I got them off on the right side of the screen because I just, again, it's all about immersion. You know, I like to know where the signal is, of course, but sometimes you just gotta learn the route. You just gotta learn your safety systems and your signaling. And once you do that, you're really gonna enjoy coming up to a signal, looking at it, and being able to immediately identify exactly what it means. Like, I was able to do that with LIRR, and a lot of people say that LIRR has complicated signaling, when really it's not. You know, you have basically three different lines that you can find on LIRR. You have parallel, perpendicular, diagonal, right? Those aren't that difficult to understand. One means red, one means yellow, one means green, to put it simply. And I really enjoyed learning, you know, that signaling system. I really enjoyed learning ATC and access and getting into the nitty-gritty of learning how operators take stations, you know, how you're supposed to come into a station, what speed you're supposed to come into a station at, how hard are you supposed to brake the train. I enjoy learning all of that stuff with each route. That's why I love operating the 423s so much, because there's this one YouTube channel, I'll link him down in the description if I remember, but it's this guy that just operates the Munich S-Bahn, and you get to see exactly what he does with the 423s, exactly how he operates them, and I try to shape my operations to be just like his, because, you know, the way he comes into the stations is just, he comes in so fast, hard brake, you know, lets it off at the end when he's coming up to a stop to make it smoother for the passengers, and then takes off at full power. I love operators that do stuff like that. It's always good to just learn other, you know, operating cultures and stuff like that. That's what I always try and tell people as well. Like, I get that you might like one type of content, maybe from the UK, or you might only like American content or German content, but it's good to expand your taste palette. It's good to expand your knowledge of other systems. Like, I know someone who's only playing LIRR, only plays the Metro North route. I try and get him, like, you should play London Commuter. You know, you should play Munich to Augsburg or something like that. You know, you could have a lot of fun on those routes as well. You shouldn't only stick to the US. I get that you are an American, but it's good to just learn other countries' rail systems. That's my opinion on it. But yeah, we're coming up to the end of the platform here. We gotta stop at that spot cab marker. Pretty good. Alright, let's turn the bell off. Get that off now. Marker lights. Go. Cut out. And we should be all good. Let me turn the lights off. Alright, let's see if we can get a photo mode photo real quick. Wait, where are we? Oh, I think we're this train. Yeah, we're this train, 670. Yeah, that's not bad. Oh, that's not bad. Yeah, that's a nice photo. If any of y'all think otherwise, then you're just wrong. Plain wrong. That's a beautiful photo. Really, again, I'm really enjoying the photo mode. Alright, save, come on. You know you want to. Thank you. Alright, we are done with our shift. It was pretty damn good. To be completely honest, I kind of want to do another one. Alright, let's raise the line up. Let our nice little rail fan see out the back. Alright, Platinum? Yes, sir. Look at that. We did everything great. Use safety systems. Well, the safety systems were on, buddy. Objectives completed. distance driven. Yeah, we did pretty damn good. There's another thing that I noticed on this. It shows your like your level, how many points you've accumulated over the years. And when I first loaded this up and I saw it, I'm like 1 billion. Like I'm in the billions right now. That's crazy. As you can see, it says 1,622,000,000, etc. It's crazy. Never thought I would actually play TSW that much. But yeah, we're gonna find another Antelope Valley run to play, and I'll be back when we do get that. Okay, guys, we are back. We're doing the VC 107 service from Union to Burbank, and I thought, why not? But this time we're gonna be in the actual locomotive. So let's make sure we have everything all set to go. Where's the shop? Alright, let's see. Front headlights. Still trying to learn this locomotive real well. Let's charge our brakes. Alright, that's all good. Get our light on. Alright, open that up so we can hear the nice diesel engine. Again, I'm not really a fan of diesels, but I will admit this one is pretty cool to operate. It's ugly. I will forever say that. It is a ugly locomotive. But it's pretty cool. Can't lie. That's a pretty cool train. So yeah, we got a few. Oh, we got it actually close. Everything should be good. Let's turn our screen brightness down. Alright, I don't want to hear the bell sound. There's one thing I haven't mentioned yet. That's a feature that's been added to only the console version. It's probably on PC as well if you connect the controller. But with the consoles, with your controller, they've added vibrations to the game. So you might be asking, what's the vibrations for? Well, I've tuned the vibrations and the settings and all of that, but you have a whole bunch of controls for vibration intensity and where vibrations come up. Basically, your controller will vibrate if you like hover over a control or something like that. But best of all, in my opinion, is the controller will vibrate when you go over track joints. Now, of course, you wouldn't be able to hear it, and it's not like I could show you the controller vibrating, but trust me on this. When we go over this track joint right here, the switch, the controller will vibrate. You will feel, there we go, I just felt it vibrate. You will feel every wheel, the axles go over the track joint. And I feel like it's the little things. It's the little things like that that just adds to the immersion, and it makes you feel like you're actually there. Like, let's be honest here, TSW doesn't really do track joints too well, right? In America, we have a lot of jointed rail, and even in the UK and Germany, I have heard jointed rail. I've looked at videos. Not everything is continuously welded. So I feel like there needs to be more of an emphasis on putting track joints in the game and getting them to sound right, putting more variations in how they sound, because yeah, they're in the game when you go over switches, and on the East Coastway route, they just dotted them around everywhere, right? But track joints aren't really gonna feel or sound right if you're just hearing the same tone every time, if it sounds the same every single time. Not every joint is the same. You might have a bigger gap between the rails, you might have a heavier rail or something of the sort, and everything sounds different when you go over a track joint, depending on your train's weight and stuff like that. I feel like there needs to be more of an emphasis on sound development, getting everything to sound and just feel right. Because right now, sounds are cool and all, in the game, but there's certain things that are just missing. Like right now, we're going over a curve, right? And it doesn't sound really like if we have a little bit of flange, we have a little bit of screeching, but it's just the same sound repeating over and over. So that's something that I definitely want to see, done differently in TSW. Hopefully, when the editor comes out for everybody and people start actually building their own routes and building their own trains, they really look into sound development and they start to think about, okay, what can we do to improve upon what DTG has already done with sounds on other routes? Can we look at adding more track joints? Can we look at different flange sounds? Should, when you go under a tunnel, should the train echo? I feel like it'll be stuff like that that'll increase the immersion and enhance the experience. Ooh, what is that? We got little trailers over here. Selling hot dogs. Okay. There's little details like that. I never even noticed that, and I've been operating this for a few days now. I really like the time and the effort that they've put into this route, and it's surprising, in my opinion, right? It is surprising because as an American, I feel like we are always left out when it comes down to routes and the quality of routes, right? Like the Metro North Harlem line was a great route. I still play it to this day. I still load up the M7A or the M3A, and I still get it down on that route. But it's a lot of other American routes like MBTA. I haven't played that in months. LIRR, I haven't played that in years. I don't have the Caltrain route, and I heard that it's all right, but it wouldn't feel right for me to play it because I know that they're getting in their new Stadler cars right now, and it's just an old route. It doesn't mesh with me well. But I feel like we're always kind of left out of it when it comes down to American routes. We don't get long routes usually when it comes down to passenger, and if it is a long route, it's probably a long route with 3 stations. So I do like the time and the effort that they've put into this route. It's a 2-hour long route. I have seen services that go up to like 2 hours 30 minutes. So I'm really enjoying that. And again, I'm not a fan of that long type of service, but I've been enjoying the hour-long services, 50-minute long services, 25-minute long services, stuff like that. Really fun. And I hope that future American routes that DTG makes, or even Rivet, Skyhook, Just Trains, or maybe some of the not third party, but the independent creators that's working with the editor. I don't mind if it's not a subway route. You all know how I feel about the New York City subway in the game and other subway routes. I don't care if it's not. You could do something like BART. You could do something that's like something that's more regional, but still has a lot of route for you to cover, cool trains, and is actually enjoyable for the masses. And I feel like this route is one of them. And again, it's really cool. Look at the scenery. Look at how much time was put into it to craft this world, to craft this recreation of LA and the counties around. It's amazing, and I thank ETG for actually finally putting the time into American route to just get it right. So I'm really enjoying it. But again, I do feel like they need to do a little bit more with American stuff. A lot of the American content, okay, I take back what I just said about track joints. Those track joints sounded nice. I'll admit that. That sounded nice. But when it comes down to DTG, you notice when it comes down to American, they're only really doing freight, or, you know, like look at Sherman Hill, look at CSX routes. I could have sworn there was a Norfolk Southern route that they released. I don't like none of that freight stuff, I'm gonna be honest. I bought Sherman Hill because I wanted to test out freight. I wanted to see how it is, and I haven't played Sherman Hill in over a year. And the reality of it is, right, yeah, maybe a lot of American people are requesting freight, but that shouldn't be the main thing that you're doing, because there's still a huge population of American people who want to see passenger routes, and even non-Americans, maybe people from other countries that still want to see American passenger routes. And I see it on the forums, I see it in the suggestions. People suggest Pacific Surfliner and another Amtrak route and Denver's RTD and stuff like that. And I would just love to see, you know, more routes like that. But this route is definitely a good start. Again, I won't get back into the suggestion videos, but it's cool to just, you know, put out those ideas, at least in a regular video. I just get to talk. So our next station is Glendale. We're doing basically the service that we did in the opposite direction with the cab car. We're doing that, you know, just in the other way with the locomotive. So something that I've noticed with this route is locomotives travel north and the cab car travels south. So that's pretty cool to see. We're gonna increase our speed now. We got a 60 limit. And you can hear that thing picking up. I like the sound work they've done on the train. You can hear the propulsion, you know, the actual electric traction motors, and you can hear the diesel engine powering up. Again, I'm not a fan of diesels. I actually hate diesel locomotives, but the sound work, beautiful. We got a 80 limit coming up now, so that'll be fun to mess around with. I'm pretty sure Glendale is a crossing coming up before the stations. Wait, why did I turn on? Oh, actually, I do need the bell for this. Where's the bell? Get it into P4 so I can accelerate. I plan to do videos on the other two routes that they've released with the game, East Coast Main Line and the S-Bahn Vorarlberg. We'll get to that eventually. The S-Bahn route, I want to hold off on just a little bit. Not the S-Bahn route, East Coast Main Line. I want to hold off on a little bit because there are a few bugs on that route, a few bugs with that Class 801 Azuma that I've noticed. One of the bugs is the fact that AWS doesn't sound an alarm, so you kind of just get tripped without knowing what's going on. I guess AWS does not sound the alarm for you on consoles, so that's, you know, pretty disappointing. But from what I've experienced on the train, it is a pretty fun train to operate, to use. So hopefully when that bug gets fixed, it'll be a nice route to run. I kind of want to run it when I'm able to download all of my other legacy content, because I want to run the 801 from Peterborough and see all of the Thameslink trains down there and all of that. But yeah, here we are coming into Glendale. I'm assuming that's our stop mark right there. 5 cars. Let's see what's going on the exterior. Oh wait, we got platforms on both sides. Let's open that bad boy up. I don't know if they actually opened it up on both sides in real life, but we're gonna do it today. And there's no accessible platforms. Oh, sorry for the wheelchair. Pretty sad. That's another thing I kind of hate about TSW. Fonts that they use, it annoys me so much because that's the base Unreal Engine. Like this is perfect. That's how it's supposed to go. This is the Unreal Engine font, and I hate that they overuse it so much because it's not supposed to be that easy. That's a nice stop. All right. L. Left signal, left doors, right doors. I don't know where the door indicators are. See, nothing changed in the cab to tell me that the doors were closed. Right. Next stop, downtown Burbank. You know what's one thing I've always thought about in TSW? You see these cabs with these like clipboard holders or paper holders or whatnot. It'd be cool if you had an option or you had a feature where the paper, like your schedule paper, is just right there in the cab. You can just peek at it, be like, okay, I'm supposed to be at the station at this time. I'm supposed to leave at this time. That'd be a cool thing to have for people that want to play without the HUD but want to know what's my schedule. I feel like that just might be a feature. Actually, let me try something. Oh, there's no secondary. It'd be cool if the horn sequencer was the secondary. That guy. Look at the mountains off in the distance. Gotta love it. Really beautiful route. And I love that it's not just country. Like, you actually get to go through these residential neighborhoods. And I've always wondered, like, how is it to just live near a diesel line? You have trains running by you like every half hour or whatnot. And you're just hearing these big, beefy locomotives just plow right through your neighborhood, blasting their horns. It's crazy. Always wondered, how does it feel to live near one? I definitely don't want to. I definitely do not want to live near one. I feel bad for the people who got to deal with this. But then again, you also got to think about it from this perspective. You kind of chose to live near a railroad. You should be expecting noise. It's just kind of weird though. So our next signal is a yellow. You can tell that just by looking down at the controller. So let's coast. Let's see what they got in store for us. Next one's also a yellow, so I do not care. About 2.5 miles until we get to downtown Burbank. Yeah, that's another reason I don't want the objective marker just kind of like in the world. I want it on the top left. And the main reason behind that is not only does it flood the screen, but think about it like this, right? You have white text and a white objective marker basically placed into the sky where there's white clouds. It's not going to contrast well. It's going to blend in with the clouds. I've had instances where I could barely tell how far something is. That's why I just want it up in the top left. I would get rid of the grade indicator just to have the objective up there. I would prefer to have both. If there is a compromise that needs to be made, get rid of the grade and put my objective. And I also like the new platinum trophy that you could get. Like, you get the platinum medal, I guess they call it. I actually kind of like that because it grades you on if you use safety systems. And I use safety systems. I've already looked at some of my like the completed services because your progress does track over into this game. You can convert your progress from TSW3 into TSW4, which is great. I've already looked through Visa to Dresden, and I have platinums on a whole bunch of the services that I did. So I'm really like it, man. I like that it automatically, like, it looks at what you did during that service, and it just, boom, you get the platinum. So that's pretty cool. Maybe the next video will be on the, either the S-Bahn route or Race It to Dresden. Again, I'm holding on for the East Coast Main Line until that Azuma glitch is patched. But I do have a cool idea for when that glitch gets patched and I start downloading all of my legacy content. I'm thinking about re-downloading GWR, right? Having a Class 800 livery for the Azuma, for the GWR Class 800 livery, right? Throwing some GWR 387s on the route, and maybe some reskinned 700s to look like 345s. That'd be pretty cool to have on that route just to make it look a little bit more modern. Because remember, that GWR route takes place in what, like 2015, 2017. We need newer GWR stuff. Actually, I would like to see a new GWR route. Like, they could just update the old one, add the 345 in. I will play that every day. Because the 345 is one of my favorite British trains. Good old American locomotives coming up slowly to the stop. Let's get that bad boy open. I do not know where to. Oh, there's the pipers. Does it not do a wiper on accident? Oh, this one's separate. Oh, that's cool. Oh, there we go. That's the service. Please give me that platinum. Thank you very much. Yeah, we're doing pretty well. I'm already a level 6 on the route, level 4 on the train. I'm really enjoying this. We got a correct cab setup, use safety system, blah blah blah. See, no hard impact, left vehicle unsafely. See, we're doing pretty good. So yeah, I think that's about it for today. We're done with the Antelope Valley Line, the American content, and unfortunately, this video got to come to an end. So hope you guys enjoyed those 2 little runs on TSW. You got to hear my thoughts on the new game. And remember, the game's out on the 26th of September. Maybe this video will be out after that. But thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed, drop a like on the video. If you're new, consider subscribing and check out my Discord server in the link in the description below. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.